Hi Scorpio, here's a general look at your solar chart for February 2010. I think until the 19th your nesting instinct could be going to kick in. You will have, the focus will be on roots, on foundations. I think also you're going to feel more comfortable within your environment, more in your place perhaps, in the community or at home, or maybe just in the current location if you're moving around. Or it could mean, the energy could work in another way, it could mean that you just are getting more out of your current location or your home life or your family connections or your extended family or your tribal connections. It could be working like that, and that's going to be up until the 12th in particular. And then between the 12th and the 19th is still going to be this real focus on getting things organized on these kind of fundamental basic levels. Some of you could be looking back to the past. Some of you could be feeling a bit nostalgic, harking back to the past. Also, the other way it can work is that elements of the past have an impact on the present. Definitely, I think up until the 12th, you're going to feel this balance at the roots of your life, almost like this safety net under you. A time for you to feel more anchored within a community, within an environment maybe, which pleases you in some way. And externally, you know, geographically, the environment might be pleasing you in some way. It could be like that for you, particularly around the 7th and the 8th, when you could feel a real affinity with an environment or with somebody within that environment. But actually, it is a good time for you to be connecting more with nature, connecting more with history, the past, the ancients, and so on and so forth, particularly, as I say, on the 7th and the 8th. But also something could be uncertain or confusing on those two dates there. So on one level, a real connecting going on, but on another level, it could be related to family for you. There's a sort of an uncertainty there, or it could be somebody in your private life. So it's no big deal. It's set to be busy though for you at this time. Mental processes are going to be accelerating. You'll have a lot on your mind. You'll be learning a lot. You'll be having lots of new encounters, a hustle, bustle. Perhaps stressing a little bit over the to-do list, getting your head around things, maybe you're busier, heavier load of correspondence, perhaps interesting time, buzzy time, perhaps trying to learn how to work things, which button to press or whatever. Good time for media, promotional activities and so on. That's up until the 10th that you'll be on this learning curve, and then that kind of settles down. And you are then you come into this sort of quieter phase, or maybe you're consolidating a little bit. Now you are in this long cycle of tying up loose ends from the past, a long chapter of experience lasting many years, distilling the essence of things you've been through, perhaps, you know, drawing your own conclusions about it, drawing a line under it, saying, okay, this is going to be going on for the next 2.5 years, so you're going to be clearing the decks gradually over that time in readiness for major new beginnings in 2012, when you will be finding that you have new structures in your life and a real new across the board. There's going to be the opportunity then for you to grow in and develop your interests in life and your world in a new and different way. So very, very strong new structures in your life then. Now at the moment, well, there's no time for brooding, even though you may feel like it sometimes, because this energy pulls you inwards a little bit. So definitely listen to your gut instincts about which way to go next in life. You know, you've got terrific intuition, Scorpio. And in February, you may be asking yourself some rather difficult questions, in fact, trying to get to the bottom of what it is you really want. But by doing that, you're slowly evolving this new perspective. Sometimes, you know, it's better not to think or speak at all. Sometimes it's better just to be. just to let it be, or to let yourself be, and maybe just to listen and observe what your natural wisdom is trying to tell you. Because if you put that question out there, then you will get an answer, but maybe the answer doesn't come in the way that you expect, because somehow or other natural wisdom or intuition has this magical ability to respond through nature by showing you what the ancients used to call an omen. So it could come that way, but only you can evaluate, you know, what that means to you. But actually this month it is time, even though it feels a bit hard, for you to decide what you need to cut out, what, you know, what is the wheat, what is the chaff, which to stay with and which to kind of leave on the threshing room floor, as it were. You might even have to make a decision which kind of feels illogical in some way. But only you can know what is relevant to you at this stage in your life. Now from the 12th, well, then you begin a lighter, more playful phase. There's more entertainment on offer, more opportunity for distraction, more opportunity maybe to party. You could find yourself more involved with young people, leisure pursuits, also animals or pets. That over that period, between the 15th and the 18th, that looks full of positive potential for you to present something that you've created and in the very best light possible, and make a very, very favorable impression on others. Also, it could be yourself you're trying to sell, Scorpio. So whatever it is, you know, warm heart connections going on there, potential for romantic connections going on there. Very spontaneous and warm, and you could feel very much the center of others' attention for some reason from the 12th onwards, and you get a chance to do things which allow you to shine. So that sounds really nice. Now Mars is really egging you on at the moment, giving the ambition and the drive to better yourself, to climb the ladder of success, to really get on in life, to improve your, you know, career prospects or your social status. Once you set your sights on the target, there's not very much that's going to hold you back, Scorpio, not with your famous willpower and your one-pointed focus. Now this willpower and focus and energy, not bossiness of course, but energy and enthusiasm is going to make a very positive impression on the powers that be, bosses, authority figures, I don't know, whoever it is for you. Certain people in positions of power may have it all wrong in your book though. And that's because you're probably better off working on your own initiative at the moment. So try to just be tolerant of them and work as much as you can, you know, on your own off your own initiative. Now from the 19th, you may become engaged in a creative venture or speculative enterprise, which could start to prosper over the following months. Or maybe your confidence, enthusiasm, or creativity is going to get noted and approved of, either through something you're producing or in fact from you directly. This is going to be a time when you are going to feel more appreciated by people that you like to impress. So about time, you might say, Scorpio. And for some, this period heralds expansion of your world through a love relationship. Even though it's with someone whose background is very different from your own, that person's going to teach you a great deal. And other important relationships, other heart connections or friendships, they're all going to open you up to a whole new world. Well, that's it for February. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.